Just woke up. Look, I'm on the PCT. This is the PCT. And that's me.
It was the beginning of my second week on the PCT, and I was getting a little bit more feral every day.
About to use my first ever PCT cat hole. My first snake of the trail. Almost freaking stepped on it. Sun is quite direct in this portion of the day. Water.
I also learned that amazing human beings drive pallets of water into the middle of nowhere to help us out with the waterless stretches on trail. The human kindness you find out here.
So we got the sweet and spicy tuna, got a fresh avocado, some sour cream and cheddar ruffles, a little bit of provolone, all wrapped up in a tortilla.
I told you I'd do this.
It's nice to eat something that actually feels like lunch. Not just dried beef jerky and Luna bars. The big one hundo.
So here was yet another remote outpost that had built its business around the hiker diet. Southern California in particular was just set up for hikers to be able to buy what they needed.
Okay. I hear you were waiting for me.
We're in a cow pasture. Hey, cows.
Sorry about the wind. It's just gonna be in the audio every now and again. Can't really help it.
Howdy. Sorry to take your trail. Oh, you do have four-hoof drive over there. What are the horses' names?
This is
Boone?
Boone.
Guinness?
Kia.
Kia. Well, have a great ride, y'all.
Thank you.
Those fields of poppies on that mountain there.
The world was brand new, and the landscape kept changing. The desert was different from what I imagined. It was lush and more alive than I realized.
So, we got some cows on the PCT here. And we'll see how they feel about me walking up in the middle of their grazing spot.
Yeah, there weren't that many cows growing up in Chicago.
You guys are so chill. Thank you for letting me pass through your pasture. Alright, the cows have proven to be super nice.
For the next 3 days, I'd be joined by two of my best friends from Chicago.
I found some Chicagies.
I was anxious. We're both on edge a little bit.
And seeing them really made me feel the contrast. My city energy had been melting off for 10 days. I was operating on a slower wavelength of life, and I was asking them to step out of their world and into mine.
Can I share your poop bag?
Yeah, I mean, do you want to carry it now?
Sure.
The poop kit has a trowel for digging holes and bags with clean and dirty toilet paper.
It's the two hat bros ready to join me with their hats.
Is it like that? Yeah, because it's poking against. See,
Oh.
look.
That's the problem with the big hat.
I didn't think about
It
that.
touches the bag.
Yeah.
Our first day out was tough going. Despite the big hat, we lost Dylan to heat stroke within 4 hours. Being a doctor, Paco attempted his best recovery ritual. Dylan's tough, and he was able to bounce back later that day. We found ourselves at some pretty dystopian outposts.
Whoa.
It felt like we were at a compound in Breaking Bad.
Give it a real jangle, dude. I feel like yeah, that's jangling. That's jangles right there. By Mike's place. It's been interesting.
Gotta get up before the sun.
You guys are just boning in the sun.
Literally, these are called horny toads.
There's the PCT library. Books you don't need in a place you can't find.
Mary had this awesome library and a book where she asked people what they'd learned so far. I wrote about how I didn't expect to feel sadness letting go of my previous life and becoming a thru hiker. And I was trying to embrace that sadness and let it move through me in order to clear space so that this new life could take root. Oh yeah, and I was going by Captain Jack now. Captain for short.
Hi, this is Captain Jack.
Some friends had started calling me that in the first week on trail, and it kind of stuck.
Just a couple of sores. We're all good. We made it to the road!
This is where we're gonna hitchhike.
We made it.
Did it.
Woo!
I went to go find my resupply box. This may be a good time for me to back up and tell you about Resupply Boxes.
These are our pre-packed dinners.
One option for food and supplies on trail is to send yourself packages in advance. I sent myself a handful of boxes that contained the trail food I like. I always made sure to repackage the food so that it could take up as little space as possible. That Ziploc may look giant, but with hiker hunger, you could crush one of those in 4 days. I would then send those boxes to myself and pick them up at destinations along the trail.
Hey, thanks so much.
And voila, I had the trail food I needed. I will say, I did learn to resupply pretty effectively at grocery stops along the trail.
Post. Old-timey general store.
So in the end, my meal plan ended up being like a 50-50 split between resupply boxes and whatever was available. This box right here was being addressed to Paradise Valley Cafe. It had my ice axe and my micro spikes.
Got my package.
I was heading to Mount San Jacinto.
Goodbye, box. You've served your purpose. Thank you.
Got this.
Thanks, Paco. See you, dude. Bye, Dylan.
Bye.
It's been good, man.
Trail Angel Dylan.
Trail Angel Dylan.
See you next time.
See ya. That's my destination, Saddle Junction.
I was about to face the first big boy mountain of the trail. San Jacinto is this 11,000 foot peak that's just standing in the middle of the desert.
Oh, I'm literally in the middle of the cloud system. Holy fuck.
On my climb up, my left knee really started bugging me.
I'm gonna use these giant cedar trees to protect me from the wind. You can see here, we just simply have Pop-Tarts and peanut butter with a spoon. So this is gonna be a nice late night snack in a windstorm.
Wow. It's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
instant coffee with French vanilla breakfast essentials, and a Stroop waffle. Keeping it simple.
I have heard that there's blowdown trees and gnarly snow in the last couple miles, so plus a storm coming in tonight, so should be an interesting day. Oh, and then my knee has started screaming, so all those things together, you know, it's a fun time out here on the PCT. I wonder when this was on fire. Damn, yo. This tree must have fallen from like up here or something.
There were an absurd number of blowdown trees on the trail,
Not great for the knee.
and I was pounding ibuprofen to try to power through. This was a significant step up in difficulty. Jacinto was a preview of the big obstacles standing in my future.
We grew up together. Connected. We used to run freely in the forest, climbing our trees.
Trail is getting a little harder to follow. Like all these broken sticks. And people just kept on trudging through here. Oh God, it's like kind of hard to understand where people are going. Are they going up or are they going down?
If it looks like I'm lost here, I am. The trail had just kind of disappeared in the blowdowns in the snow, and my GPS was acting really screwy and not pointing me in a clear direction.
I just found the trail again, thank God. This track through the snow is the fucking trail. I must have, going through the blowdowns, like missed a switchback or something, but I just kind of came over the ridge and followed the GPS. So here we are, back on the trail, baby.
This was a scary moment out there. Getting lost leaves you in a strange state where you start questioning yourself a lot, and it challenges your ability to keep your mental cool. But it's often the irrational decisions made out of panic that get folks into danger.
But it's like, keeps disappearing too.
If I hadn't found the trail that day, my best course of action would probably have been to pitch my tent and hunker down until the weather cleared up. I had shelter, plenty of food, and as a complete last resort, a satellite device with an SOS button. I found the split-off trail that descended toward Idyllwild. A trail angel, Steve, had said he'd be there. I was 45 minutes late, and I hoped to God he hadn't left.
Hey, Steve. Oh my God, thank God.
It's real windy and no guardrails. If you go off the side, you're kind of done. So we're gonna go real slow.
Awesome.
Steve, my savior, was still there. He had lived in Idyllwild for over 20 years and said he had never seen fog like this. As I walked into Idyllwild, the adrenaline started to wear off, and my knee pain came back like a wave. I think it was finally time that I dealt with this problem.